All right, Just, you got a thumbs up?
What the fuck?
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Crosscut. I'm your co-host, Chris,
Now I'm your other co-host, Josh.
and today we're going back to the big screen, and we're going with The Fall Guy. I didn't expect much from this movie, to be honest. Uh, I saw the trailer. It looked interesting. It looks fun. And I thought it was going to be more of a romance kind of thing. But when I finally went to see it, I really enjoyed the hell out of it. I'm not that big of a fan of Ryan Gosling to begin with, but over the years since he's kind of like not done rom-coms, more action, I'm starting to like his movies more. Uh, I saw a little bit of like Ken in this movie. I saw that a little bit in this character. Uh, but I really enjoyed because it's more a nod to the actual stunts and actual movies. It kind of reminded me of the stunt show that.
Actually, if I can throw
Yeah.
something in real quick, so Universal Studios Hollywood. So Universal Studios is the studio that did this movie.
Mhm.
And Universal Studios Hollywood, I don't know if you ever remember doing the Waterworld show. It's probably one of the best in-person stunt
Oh,
shows ever. They actually did like a cool. It was only like a 2 week, 3 week preview, but they actually did a special one just for the Fall Guy to promote the movie. So I thought that was kind of cool. Just
oh,
throw
that's
that out there.
cool. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't know that. Well, I like that even at how he explains like technical stuff for stuntmen that actually happen in movies. I thought that was a good supporting the
Inside reference. I don't know.
yeah, like, or supporting stunt crew when they're really like passed over all the time because that's not what your focus all the time is. It's just, oh, the director did this with this actor. They don't really talk about behind the scenes of stunts or or even makeup for that matter, if it's not a horror movie or something like that. So I like that. What do you think about the story itself?
I thought it was okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay, go on.
I I did not care for the romance.
Okay.
I just didn't care for it. I don't know. It
Mhm.
just didn't interest me. I thought the movie really I thought the movie was just okay in general. I don't know. I didn't have a great time. There were parts that were fun. Um, I chuckled here or there, maybe a few times. I like Ryan Gosling personally. I think he's
Okay.
actually a pretty dynamic actor because it's funny him playing a stuntman in this movie. I couldn't help but think of the first time he did that in the movie Drive.
Drive. Yeah.
So, and that's a very serious movie, and it's
Mhm.
just kind of cool to see him play the same type of role but do it two different ways. I thought that's actually pretty cool. Like I like Ryan Gosling. I thought he's obviously very funny in Barbie. I think he's a great
Mhm.
serious actor. Um, I even go back to like oh shit. This movie kind of reminded me at times of I don't know if you ever saw The Nice Guys with him and Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah.
He's really funny in that movie too. So he
Yeah.
picks interesting movies. Like you would think maybe the guy would just be straight up, no, I just want to do like Oscar movies, but maybe he's embraced these types of movies over the years because
Mhm.
I don't know. I think he does a great job with the goofiness, and I think he's funny in general. I liked Ryan Gosling in this movie. I liked everybody for the most part. Um, the romance I just didn't care. The action was obviously top notch. I mean,
Oh yeah.
for a director who has a background in action, yeah, that's cool.
It was perfect.
My favorite part of the movie is the love letter to stuntmen of Hollywood,
Yes.
past, present, and hopefully future. I thought that was really cool. I like how the movie opened with some obviously Universal movies, Fast and Furious, Atomic Blonde, which the director did the same
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
So they were going to use some in studio properties to get the point across. But I thought that was cool because yes, they say it in the movie, they are the unsung heroes of the
Mhm.
industry. I mean, these
They
guys
really are.
take the hits, they got to get
Right.
back up. I mean, God for God's sake, we've seen stunned people die in this industry or get
Yeah.
horribly injured to the point where they
Can't even
can't
move.
work anymore.
Yeah.
So we've seen so many unfortunate things in this industry when it
Yeah.
comes to stunt work. So they truly are some of the most unsung heroes in this world that we work in, and
Hmm.
it's cool that they get their moment in the spotlight. I think this
Great.
movie does a great job of glorifying that world of stunt work, and I mean even the title itself, which obviously is a reference to the TV show
Right.
from the '80s, The Fall Guy. Obviously it's a double entendre, has two meanings. But I for me the movie really picked up and really started to click with me more when they revealed the motive of this whole what was going on.
Hmm.
I don't want to say it because of spoilers, but
Spoilers, yeah.
once that was revealed, because that could have been a bad reveal to make it even worse for me. But once that was revealed, I was like, okay, cool, I'm into that. I'm on board. And I thought the third act, which funny enough, there's so
Mhm.
many references in movie
In
to the
movies.
third act, having to fix it. I thought the third act was the strongest part of this movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought the final big action sequence was really cool. I like seeing all the stunt
Oh,
guys come together to make the big save. I thought that was really
yeah.
cool. But yeah, just like that first half, the whole romance thing didn't work for me. Emily Blunt,
Mhm.
Ryan Gosling, I don't think they had great chemistry. I didn't really like Emily Blunt in this movie. She just kind of seemed like a plain Jane, just didn't really have
Mhm.
much going on. We knew she, had a little bit. We didn't really know much about her besides she was a camera woman, became
Yeah.
a director. Um, I mean, she was fine. She's not terrible. She's obviously a great actress. I really did not like the one scene where she kept making him hit the rock over and over again, and just kept like it made me chuckle here or there, but it just kind of got so repetitive. I was like, all right, come on, let's move on.
I agree.
That one part that made me laugh was when the little alien takes the megaphone and says something about his wife.
Yeah.
That was the first time in the movie I actually chuckled. And there was
Okay.
moments here or there that I kind of laughed throughout, but I don't know. I'd say overall it's kind of a mid-ish movie for me.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's saying a lot because I love movies about making movies. So for a movie like this to not really hit the mark for me, that's unfortunate.
That's what I'm kind of surprised with because I thought this was like a perfect movie to go into right after the Rodriguez Film School because it's still about making movies and about the stunt work and all that.
Well, I have my pre-watch issues with it already that kind of funny enough played into the movie. I mean, basically going into the movie, I pretty much when I every time I'd see the trailer, I kept thinking this looks like a fake movie trailer. Like this doesn't look like a real movie. I kept referencing Tropic Thunder. I kept saying I feel like this is a fake movie
Yeah.
trailer you would see in Tropic Thunder. Funny enough, there's a huge joke ripoff of Tropic Thunder in this movie. Jason Momoa is revealed on screen to be the
Yeah.
new character, which I thought that was
Right.
cool. That was funny. And they refer to him as MTV Best Kiss winner Jason Momoa, which is completely ripped off of Tropic Thunder's fake trailer about the gay priest with Tobey Maguire, where they refer to Robert Downey Jr.'s character as like two-time Oscar winner Kurt Lazarus,
Right.
and Tobey
Right.
Maguire is MTV Best Kiss winner Tobey Maguire.
Oh, okay.
So
Like,
it's a funny
yes.
joke, but you stole it from Tropic Thunder. So sorry, Fall Guy, but uh, Tropic Thunder was there first.
Damn. The romance thing was all right for me. Uh, as far as Emily Blunt, it was a little, yes, plain, like you say, but I do like how she still fought back, even when like Ryan Gosling's in the Leyland mask, and she's like, okay, she's doing kind of like stunt work, but actually fighting back, even though she doesn't know who it is.
Which doesn't make sense, but it's an action movie, so I go with it. But like, why is
I
she so good at kicking ass?
Well,
But
for
she
me,
also can't be the defensive woman.
the fighting scene was because she spent so much time with him as a stuntman that she probably just picked up some stuff.
Well, then show that in the movie.
They
All they
showed
show is
very
them
little of
driving
them
around doing
together.
they
Donuts,
showed
yeah.
them doing donuts, and that's it.
I know, I
That's
know.
another thing about the romance. It's like,
They didn't show enough of
no, they didn't show
actual
anything.
romance.
No, it's
I
like, all
know.
right, they're sitting at a table for 2 seconds, and okay, we get it, Ryan Gosling. Like you're obsessed, you're in love with her. Okay. It
Though
also didn't really make much sense why she was so mad at him. I get that he like ghosted her, but he basically ghosted the world. It's like give this guy a break. Like he went through
at
a
that point,
horrible
yes.
life-changing injury that altered his career.
That
Give the guy a break. I mean, come on.
yes, that I agree with. That was a little too much. Uh, because yeah, I mean, sure, he broke your heart, whatever, but he broke his back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then no, that I get that was a little too much. The whole thing about hitting the rock several times. I think the first two times okay, but they did it like what, five times?
Yeah. She
I'm
kept
like,
going. I was like, all
that
right,
was
come
that
on.
was a
It's
little too much. Like it reminded me of A Knight's Tale.
mm,
Remember when he gets hit out multiple times? That
okay.
it reminded me of that, but in Knight's Tale actually looked funny. This one, it just dragged.
And I thought this movie did a good job of making the film world like showing non-film people what film world is really like. Like
Yeah.
that was a really good job. But there's parts of it that I'm like, that's not like the AD that was so crazy on the microphone, screaming like I'm gonna like kill. He was saying like obscene things to like people,
Yeah.
and I'm like, maybe 15, 20 years ago that ADs were like that. Sure, I've seen crazy ADs, but an AD now is that's not an AD. Um, and like having all the like cast sitting around while they're filming that rock scene and giving this random stunt guy the microphone, I'd just be like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, in real movies that you're wasting time. That
Yeah.
wouldn't be allowed. Even the producer would have said, "Okay, quit that."
All I
You're
could think while watching this movie is because it's an in joke that Universal was producing. Um, what was it called? Metal Storm, the movie
yeah,
in the movie. All I
yeah.
could think of some executive in like Hollywood at Universal Studios, like seeing like the trades and all the news going on about like a dead stunt man and all this stuff, and being like, "What the hell is going on in Australia right now? Stuff's blowing up and people being arrested."
The one who played the producer, I thought she was funny to a point. Then it was like the same. She was repeating the same thing over and over again. That I got tired of her.
I thought they nailed her part. Like I feel like there's just a I just feel like I've seen that in real life, and her name would be Gail. Like I feel like the producers, she would be named Gail. She'd be so eccentric
Yeah,
and
yeah.
drinking her Diet Coke. Like I feel like I've just met those people, and so I thought they nailed that pretty well. Like I was like, yeah,
Okay,
that
okay.
kind of gave me some PTSD of just like especially the whole idea of like she's so friendly, but she clearly has her own motives and just cares about
Yeah,
herself and
yeah.
her small group of whatever. But I thought they got that right. Winston Duke as the stunt coordinator, he was
Oh, that
cool.
that was cool. Yeah,
He was
I love all the references to to Ryan Gosling, like "you're too fast" or like something like that for Fast and Furious, or when he,
oh yeah, they had their little in jokes that they made little
yeah, that was
references
that
to.
was pretty cool. I like that.
Which
That was
if
that
you're
was
if
fun.
you're somebody that loves movies and you work on movie sets, you do that.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
real. I like the little in joke too. I think it's the director's production company called 87 North, which you see the little you see it on like the stuntman's chest, and then they blow up the big thing at the end for him to fall on. It's got a
Mhm.
big 87N on it.
Right, right,
So
yeah,
there's a lot of like
yeah. Okay.
funny little in jokes. Like I like when the guy gives Ryan Gosling the keys of the car and says, "Don't crash it. There's only two picture cars
Yeah.
in their product placement." And I felt like that's obviously in the movie, but also
In real
in the
life.
actual movie. So I thought that
Yeah.
like there's little jokes like that do work, like little references that are kind of funny. I like how Lee Majors comes in at the end, the original Fall Guy,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I recognized him right away because not because of the TV show The Fall Guy, but because of the movie Big Fat Liar, which he also plays a stunt coordinator in that movie.
Oh my God, yes. I haven't seen that movie
So
in forever.
yeah, he's the one that gives the
Yeah.
guy the invitation to his grandson's birthday party. So yeah, Lee Majors typecast as the stunt guy and everything, I guess.
Yeah. I never saw anything of the original series. But I kind of want to now based on the movie, but I really just enjoyed because of all the nods to actual filmmaking. Like it was really fun. I know you have your opinions on like the romance.
Generic action movie. Maybe that was kind of the idea that it's going to be generic romance.
The part when he's like high and he starts seeing the unicorn everywhere.
The unicorn that was making me chuckle. I was like, okay,
That was
that's
funny.
funny. That is funny. That did make me chuckle when he keeps seeing the unicorn. I was like, okay. But even like the part though when they're talking on the phone, they're doing the split screen. I was like, all right,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, they're
sure.
doing this split screen because of, I mean, she's talking about a split screen for Metal Storm.
I know, but I get it. Move on with the scene.
It was different for me. Like split screen. Like I haven't seen a split screen like that for like just a talking forever. That's not an action part, you know. But I thought it was all right. It was just there. I know you didn't like it, but still, I thought it was just all right. It's there. Okay.
It was there. I saw it. Yeah.
All in all, it's a really good action movie with real stunts.
Yeah, I like what they do at the end, where they show them filming the scenes. I thought that was cool.
Mhm.
That was a nice touch to give it that, hey, this is for the stunt community.
Right.
I like that. It looks like Ryan Gosling did a decent amount of stunts himself. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to talk about. So Aaron Taylor Johnson plays Tom Ryder, and his
Yeah.
whole thing is I do my own stunts. Do you think that was supposed to be a rip at Tom Cruise at all?
Oh,
So Tom Cruise,
that's
obviously,
his own
it's
stunts. Yeah.
very well known to the audience and to the the masses that he does his own stunts, which
Right.
I'm sure he does. But I feel like there's been inside references to that's not fully true.
Oh, of course not. He doesn't do all the major things that are really life threatening. Most of it is
Well,
CGI or actual stuntmen.
did you see the last Mission Impossible?
Yes.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
driving off the stuff. So
I know he did do the parachute and all that. I know he did that.
I can't speak for the inside stuff, but I do feel like I've heard people kind of bat an eye at times when they're like all of his stunts. So anyways, I thought that was maybe like a rip or a joke at that thing in real life where you call this action star Tom, and his whole thing is I do my own stunts.
Yeah.
And I thought that was actually that worked where Tom or Ryan Gosling was just didn't like him from the beginning. Essentially, that made sense. And I don't know, I just thought that's why I like that final scene because he gets his comeuppance in such a great way, where he's just
Mhm.
driving them around and they drive off and drive out. And that was really
That
cool.
was
That
fun.
final drive off the cliff kind of reminded me of Speed a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
I really like that scene though. That really got me. Again, I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's mid movie. The
Mhm.
action is definitely what you go to see, and the action is what will entertain you.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Gosling is charismatic. He is funny. He leads the way. He does a good job with that. I really like that final action sequence. I just like seeing all the stunt guys come together, stunt people
Yeah.
come together and get the big inflatable to save him, and seeing that scene where they're fighting through the helicopter. Plus, I like the Gale character because I thought she was such a bitch. So it was cool to see her get her comeuppance as well at the end.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That did feel good that she's done. She's done. I don't know. To me, she got a little annoying towards the middle of the movie. Like,
Well, I think
okay,
that's the idea. Is she's just the annoying producer that you think is your
sure.
friend, but really isn't. I mean,
Yeah,
she
I
even
can
tells Emily
see.
Blunt that she just hired her so she can basically be a puppet to her.
So, in conclusion, decent action movie for you? Yes or no?
That's decent. Yeah.
I think it's an awesome action movie, and they did a good job with it, especially Ryan Gosling. But it did get me nervous when it was on top of the building at the very first stunt. Like, shit.
Yeah. That looked like it would hurt in real life.
Any final notes?
Ryan Gosling, I give you the thumbs up. Action, I give you the thumbs up. Overall cast, I give you the thumbs up. Romance, good use of dog, I give you the thumbs up.
Oh yeah, the dog. He was probably one of the best characters. I swear.
Because you liked how he bit people's balls.
He had character to him. God, it's good. Go see it if you want to watch something action.
Well, everyone, thanks for watching. I took the fall on this one. Chris apparently was able to get right back up afterwards. It's still an entertaining movie. If you want to be entertained, it will entertain you. See it while it's hot. Have a good night. Cut, Britt, moving on.